flopped so hard, dude. I've not seen I think this might be the most beautiful game that has ever come out in existence or during our year, because this game is actually the final nail in the coffin to absolutely demolish, delete, and crush Ubisoft, because their stocks are under fucking $2. Ooh, I think it's $1 now, guys. I think they're gonna go bankrupt. I think Ubisoft is gone. We're gonna take a look at FLEEKAZOID, checking out the worst game possible ever created, Assassin's Creed Shadow. Before we go check it out, make sure to like this video, sub to the channel. You'll watch more videos, and come on with Twitch on twitch.tv/attilleegames. Let's check it out. This guy, I love this. I love this guy. He's so funny, dude. He's so funny.
Yo, what's up, player? Sorry, I was just practicing my Japanese. Yes, we did it. Assassin's Creed Shadows is a hit. Our stock is zooming, so it's actually in the free fall. Tell them we got another million players. Hell, make it 2 million more players. Fuck them, they can't prove anything. It works. The stock is skyrocketing because that's what I do. Go get yourself a snail, Pierre. You earned it. You can also have a negative $2,000 raise. Eat shit and die. Hi, we're fleeking over the little guy, and our consultant division was hired a few years ago to help Ubisoft make Assassin's Creed Shadows the smash hit it is today.
Amazing.
In fact, you're fired. The game was too successful. We can't afford you anymore. Which actually leads me to my next point. A disturbing amount of you seem to think that this major success will allow the 19,000 people working here to keep their jobs, and unfortunately, that's just not true. Notice how that number doesn't say number 1 in day 1?
I just want to, by the way, say this just right now. This is so fucking funny, bro. This is so funny. Over 3 million player for Assassin's Creed Shadow. Second highest day one sale revenue of Assassin's Creed Assassin's Creed franchise history. Biggest Ubisoft day one ever on PlayStation digital store. Community ever with over 40 million hours already played. You guys want to know the funniest fucking thing about this? You see this line over here that says biggest Ubisoft day one ever on PlayStation digital store. You want to know why this thing says 3 million players and has never really risen above that or ever said 5 million? We're not going to see a post saying 5 million or 4 million. We're not going to, at least 5 million. We're not going to see that. The reason why this line here exists is because these are not players. Apparently, Ubisoft used the criteria of people viewing their trailer on the PlayStation Store as a player. So every single user that viewed their store, viewed the trailer of Assassin's Creed Shadows on the PlayStation Store, was registered as a player. They played the trailer. Yeah, they didn't play the game. They played the trailer, guys. Over 3 million trailer players.
Earnings? Well, that means we'll be laying off at least a couple thousand Frenchmen, and we'll be replacing them with several more sweatshops. And just as a little side note on all that sweatshop business, we are deeply disturbed that word got out about that. Why the hell do you think we hired them? Because they tuck them in at 5 o'clock and have an office wine cooler? We already tried that, and look at how that worked out for us. We got Frenchies starting a revolution every other goddamn day. You know what the nice thing is about sweatshops? They don't pay them enough to buy picket signs. Allegedly, from what I hear, people say this, I don't know. Listen, I'm gonna middle with you. Thanks to the success of the game, Piendang is gonna get a 2-cent raise on the next one. Of course, that's gonna be monthly though, not daily. The rest of that profit goes to me. I have 3 ex-wives to feed. Speaking of which, you're also fired. My marriage was too successful. I'm getting a divorce. Your salary is gonna help me recoup my losses. Now, flashing back to my years when I was working on the game, my role as chief consultant of dumb fuckery was problem solving. The first problem I noticed, too many French people, so I said hit the snail trail.
Get him out of there.
Next order of business, we're making this one another RPG. Nothing says Assassin's Creed like walking into a base, everyone's within level range, but then you get to the target and he can one-shot you with a rock. This is fun, as long as you don't know what that word means or what it feels like. Now, on the point of hating our customers, in the Steam review of every Ubisoft game, people are always complaining about how we're forcing a second launcher on them, which is why we're gonna force a third launcher on them. Fuck them. But it's only gonna be a launcher for all the shitty Assassin's Creed games. I want to make a...
Dude, I think whenever I buy a game on Steam, I install it and I click play and it opens the second launcher. Oh my. I feel the urge to just uninstall the game and refund it. Like, I'm like, why do you do this? What's the point of this? Why are you playing around with us like that, man? Just refund, get that shit out of it. At least now it says it on the store. Like, now you can see it says it on the store. It says that you gotta use this client or that client. But like, man, why are you on Steam to begin with, bro? Get these launchers. Why do I need the launcher to launch the launcher? That launches the launcher. That launches the game, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Clear line in the sand so that new players don't wander off to a better game that we haven't monetized out the ass. Did the black flag have shot the cut the box? That's a great question, Pierre. I hope asking
what the fuck did he say?
Note to self, make the guy's ass bigger than Nawe's. Reminder, we are a forward-thinking company.
We gotta get the DEI in. Listen, this is 2025, all right? We gotta show a little bit of the manhunt over there, okay? We gotta make it work a little bit better. You pay every launch of the game. Oh god.
Reminder, settle that lawsuit for that time when we were a little too forward in our thinking. Hang on, I'm getting cold. Why would you make the dude protagonist also Japanese? We already have a Japanese. Listen, I'll tell you what you're gonna do. Everyone's talking about how they love brotherhood, right? Well, why don't you put a brother in the hood? Huh?
Okay,
It'll be like
brother.
Twins with Danny D. The fans are gonna love it. They did not. And whenever he fights, I want you to blast the loudest rap music you got, but not in a racist way. We here at Ubisoft are not racist. So in the least racist way you can, whenever Yasuke shows up on screen, I want you to be blasting that trap music as loud as you can. And I'm not talking yay. I'm talking straight up SoundCloud trap beats with a harp mixed in. I want this shit to sound like Lil Ricefield is just off camera with an Ensoniq ASR. And in the cut,
I don't know who is at Ubisoft, but like they have like an intern there that has gone on a side mission. There's somebody in there, in that company, during the production of this game, during most of these decisions, that have said to themselves, you know what? How can I piss off Japan the most? How can I make the most racist and weirdest game possible to piss off both the internet, the West, the weebs, and the Japanese, even their politicians? Ooh, how can I cook it up? I don't know how he cooked it up, but he did. He did it right here. Because this game amazed me in every single turn. How they managed to do every single turn and turn it the wrong way, bro. They fucked up in every single way possible. And I'll be honest, that is impressive. Because I think there is a form of racism here that is beyond something we've seen in a while. Because you know how there are racists out there that are just like, I hate this. I hate you because you look like that. Or I hate you because you do this. This here, right here, is a constructed racism that takes every part of what a culture or an individual are a part of and flips it around in a way that pisses them off in every single way. This is constructed racism. This is actually the most perfected way of being a complete fucking piece of shit. And Ubisoft did it in broad daylight, in front of everybody, in front of Japan, in front of Congress, in front of all of the West, in front of every single one seeing this game being developed for over a year. And it is actually impressive that this game, talking about all of this, stop being racist, stop this, creating one of the most racist pieces of games we have ever seen in the industry. Actually, this is one of the most racist games in the industry, and it is very fascinating to see how they developed it through to this point. It's actually impressive. They wanted money for it. Oh my lord! I can't believe people paid $70 for this, bro.
Everything should be all quiet and dramatic. I want you to play the weirdest shit you got. That doesn't fit the setting, the scene, or anything. It's perfect. God, these juices are just flowing today. You go fire somebody. You go make something shinier. You go add 1 million players. God, I'm a genius.
Thank God.
Now let's talk about the gameplay. We're gonna do a brand new take on the new system where we return to form by changing nothing. Can we all agree on this? Alright, nice, but we need to make these two characters feel distinct but equal, not in a racist way, which is why no ass Nawe will be great at everything except combat, and Yasuke will be a little bitch that can't even climb a rock. Unless you don't want him to climb a rock, then he'll be able to climb a fucking rock. I want this man to be like our expert plus difficulty, kind of like that fractured but whole difficulty system, right around that.
If there would be one type of game that does it, I would assume it would be South Park. Yeah. Oh, that's... What the fuck?
System. Right around that 15-hour mark where you're getting bored of the repetitive gameplay loop, I want to cure that boredom by giving you even less gameplay options.
I had to double check, by the way, because I didn't think I saw what I saw.
New mechanic? Pull out your credit card. Don't have the money? Find a country with flexible labor laws, start a sweatshop, and I'll give you some money. Also, that Spartan kick's been our crutch for the last 3 games and it's getting old. That being said, we haven't had a new idea come out of this company in 10 years, and I wouldn't want to break the streak. So just make the kick send these rice farmers into the stars!
They're also called
time at 6. We really gotta let's just stop developing the combat halfway, all right? But Saul, this is a return to form. Shouldn't we have all these mechanics? You're not even speaking American anymore. Listen, we don't have to worry about putting in the other half of the gameplay because it rains. Besides, people don't want flow. They don't want a unique identity. They want something that feels like nothing. And I don't mean unique. I want to remind them of that empty void where their soul
They're
used
wasting
to be, so they
time.
fill that void with cash shop items instead of combat. The old power fantasy combat made them feel...
You know what? That's actually a great idea. Make the game so boring that they gotta spice up the game by buying stuff in the cash shop. Oh, so they pay $70 for a game and it's trash, but you gotta buy that $20 edition special effect on your attacks to make it a little bit spicier, so you get that dopamine hit. Ooh, that's great.
Big and strong. Sarah, look at me. I want them to feel small. And forget flow. Make it all stuttery. I want it stuttery as hell. I've got a nephew with a stutter. He can't say yes without making it a 10-syllable
Are they in a
word.
lead?
Use that as
They're...
your inspiration. I'll send you a tape
Never
later.
mind.
Speaking of no flow, let's talk about that stealth right now. I want that assassination button to only work half the time. Half the time I want the prompt to assassinate in Assassin's Creed to either not assassinate or not show up at all. I want half the encounters to play out like this. Did I just catch you trying to assassinate shit?
Damn!
I want them to stand around with their dicks in their hands waiting to assassinate in Assassin's Creed. You can assassinate
when Daddy Ubisoft says you can.
Well, so we at least add all these mechanics back from the original games? No, you don't understand. We
that will complicate that. No, don't do that. That will complicate things and make it confusing. The modern audience doesn't want confusing gameplay. This has to be simple. Don't make it. No. We don't need that. We don't need that.
Down. They don't get anything else. Don't overthink this, guys. These people will buy anything. In 15 years, we'll be selling a JPEG called Assassin's Creed. Fuck you. Give me your money. And these people would still pay us $90 for it. Reminder, the parkour is feeling stiffer than our executives when they get near the secretaries. Add more flips to distract. Next thing, some guy came up to me the other day and told me we should make a great 12-hour game instead of 80 hours of pop.
I just don't understand how you can sit there as a dev and look at this and be like, yes, this is great. This is so fun. Oh my God. The player's gonna love this. That's what... Like, do you guys have eyes? Are you like looking at what you're doing or making? What the fuck is this, bro? What
wandering the rope, so I shot him. But don't worry, I shot him in the game, so it only did 10% of his health. Our games aren't meant to be enjoyed, they're meant to be endured. What are we gonna do, make a memorable short campaign, sell 5 million copies in the first month, and immediately get a sequel like some fucking chode? No! I want to lock all your abilities behind 50 fetch quests, and when you go to do that meditation quest as a break from all the fetch quests, I want it to trigger a flashback to that one time where you did a fetch quest. Eat a dick. No, not literally, Yasuke. Don't look at me like that.
Oh my God.
I want to beat the fans down with monotony until they buy the Yasuke farting Vent Clouds bundle out of some confused idea that that'll bring them joy. Think about it like this. For just $20, you could help me furnish my yacht with high-end Dutch prostitutes. Every day that no one buys a microtransaction, one of our executive goes without a line of coke up his nose. Will you be our snow angel? Then just punch in your credit card and buy any one of these bundles. Speaking of people that need help,
I think it should be illegal, straight up illegal, for a single player game to have a store. Like, this is some rat ass fucking schemes. This is so disgusting. It's actually so nuts. Only Ubisoft, man. Only the greediest companies can do this. Shut up, you communists. Okay.
Speaking of people that need help, the enemy AI programming has been slowly degrading for the last 10 years, and the dev team was asking earlier if they should spend any time fixing it. So here's what I'm thinking. Fuck them, fuck them. All right, I'll lay them all off. That's what I thought. Sorry, those are just some associates of mine. I thought I put that on vibrate. All right, I had some ideas for the story. First off, my wife's had 100 rounds of Botox in our last 2 years of marriage. I haven't seen her emote in years. Use that as the inspiration for the facial animations. I'll send you a tape later.
But I can fight.
My pain is constant and sharp.
Actually, I'm already looking at a cutscene right now. I can't tell whether she's happy, sad, or needs to take a shit. You guys nailed it. Forget what I said. Second, with the GDP of Bosnia invested into this game already, I think the voice acting is where we need to start pinching our pennies in our story-focused game. Have any of you ever heard of AI? It's like a digital robot sweatshop. It's brilliant. Future Fleek here. Now, I can't say whether or not we used the AI, but I will say the end result was indistinguishable from a high-end actor such as Daniel Day-Lewis in Lincoln. Check this out.
Karate, judo, sumo, samurai.
Nissan, Honda, Mitsubishi, Subaru.
Sorry, my bad. I had immersive mode on. I turned it off. Here you go.
Resentment can grow quietly without much warning after a storm.
Now, on a real note, I want you guys to get your lawyer.
Is it that bad? Is it actually that bad? But again, how did they look at this and they're like, yeah, this is for ship that. Guys, the game is done. Ship it. Ship it. Send it and ship it.
Ready to sue anyone that harasses Ubisoft employees. I want the whole world to know that the only people who can harass Ubisoft employees is Ubisoft. Allegedly. Please, everyone, the applause is really unnecessary. I'm but a humble man to the people, the higher tax bracket people. I put on my Prada slippers, one Sudanese leather monk strap at a time, all right? And that's how I made this game the success that it is today. AC Shadows is such a success that our 18,000 employee company just got cucked by a game developer by one man named Tyler. It's
oh my
such a
God.
success that people can't even
oh my
run
God.
Hunter Wilds, and they're still buying it more than Assassin's Creed Shadows. It's such a success, we just shuttered another studio. It's such a success that we just became 10 cents bitch. It's such a success that our stock's hitting 5-year lows. So eat a dick, John.
It's even lower now.
You see how successful we are after Assassin's Creed Crazy Cat Lady drops. Maybe strong feminine energy can take us to new heights.
Right here, Jaw, I swear to God, if you don't give this game a... Oh, you're doing it again. He's running it back.
Man.
I mean, holy shit, this is like... Oh, fuck, further than ever before.
Oh, I went to the corner.
You
I won. I win.
You won.
I win.
Oh,
wow. Sunk it.
Sunk it. Oh my God. I think the funniest thing about it is the fact that this game was delayed 4 times. And it still came out like this. Can you imagine if they didn't delay the game? Can you imagine what we would be ending up with? Man, I could only wonder. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. Suck it.